it's just a Ghanaian thing, if you like. Ask for directions in Ghana and you'll likely hear something like this. When you get to the next junction, turn right, look out for the coconut tree behind which you'll find a yellow kiosk. Ask whoever you see for Auntie Akua's house. Next to Auntie Akua's house is the house you're looking for. This should be in the past, hopefully. As developers of the National Digital Address System, Vocacom have confirmed their readiness to launch the digital addressing system with over 16 billion unique addresses. The addressing system is part of the institutional reforms by government aimed at improving business registration and other business-related activities such as bank borrowing. So today on AM Business, we take a look at how this system could shape businesses and contribute to economic development.
Addresses, locations, where to find what, and how to show people where to come to. A real big headache for any Ghanaian who has had the unpleasant experience of trying to give or show direction to another.
It's not easy because there's no house number. As at the time we're doing the residential appraisal, there's no house number, and the roads to are not wall for you to just locate. You have to pass through some lungu before you get there. Now the way that Ghana is developing, the next time you go, this thing is there. Another day they have put up another building which is not wall structured. So you find it difficult to locate the place the next time you go there. So it makes it very difficult.
And how often do you miss people because you can't find where they are?
Well, it's like if 2 out of 5.
Close to 8 billion Ghana cedis is the figure that sits in the books of the Bank of Ghana as the amount of non-performing loans in the banking sector, partly blamed on the terrible addressing system we have in Ghana. That's why many banks require the loan applicants to show some credible level of proof of residence. But how do you give this proof when the only noticeable landmark to your house is a Lotto kiosk or a certain popular wachi joint, which might not open when the bank decides to find you?
When people even come and open account, per KYC, you're supposed to know where they live. And because there's no address system, you have to draw, you have to do cartography, sketch where they live. So this sometimes people don't even know how to draw. So it's very difficult to even locate exactly what somebody has put on paper. The water bill, for instance, it is difficult for you to know where the location is. They will probably put for example, Fadam. So where Fadam specifically is the person's house. If you look at electricity bill, the electricity people themselves understand, but we don't understand their mapping. We are not knowledgeable. We don't know. It is not part of what we learned.
Post office boxes have had the long tradition of receiving mails, packages, etc. for individuals. But as technology spikes, there has been a gradual shift to delivery services. Retail and logistic providers have to step up efforts in delivering goods to clients at their doorstep. But how has the poor addressing system in Ghana played out for them?
You want delivery to Kakasunanka?
Yes, please.
Okay. Can you please give me direction to your location? Our dispatch is on its way.
Okay. On that road that goes to Akosombo from the motorway roundabout, you go straight down to after the Michel Camp Barracks. There's a street after the Michel Camp Barracks on your left.
A street on your left after Michel Camp Barracks?
Yeah, after Michel Camp Barracks.
Okay.
You go straight. After the street, you go straight down till you get to the River Pole.
Henry is the CEO of Pizzeria, an online food ordering and delivery services.
There was an instance where I went to deliver myself at somewhere around Dome. So when I got to the location the guy gave us, I realized there was a gutter there. And I was using the car to go and deliver. I couldn't cross the gutter. So we called the guy a number of times. He gave us other routes to use, but we couldn't get a location. So like the delivery we were supposed to spend like an hour to do. We ended up delivering the food to the clients after 2 hours. And other experiences where our dispatch guys go out there to deliver, when they get to the location, they roam around looking for the exact location of the customer. Sometimes the food will get cold, when they finally see the customer rejects the order, which becomes a cost to us.
According to Henry, the poor addressing system does not only affect the quality of services, but it affects their bottom lines.
We did a bit of research in terms of how it affects our bottom line. We realized the last mile of every delivery, either it reaches 50% of the delivery cost or exceeds 50% of the delivery cost. So we end up spending more on fuel. So when the month ends and we do our revenue income expenses, we realize we spend more on fuel for the delivery guys. And because they don't use the correct routes, we do a lot of maintenance on the bikes, which is also a cost to us.
In the wake of all these challenges, government is stepping up efforts to develop a robust business economy with a range of technological reforms, including the digital addressing system.
We want to use the existing technology to implement a digital addressing system. So this is the task we set ourselves when we came into government. And that task has thankfully been accomplished. The digital addressing system is going to provide, for me, if I look at it and I'm biased, of course, it's going to provide us the most advanced addressing system in the world, period. This is what we are about to roll out. And it is more advanced, of course, than the United States or United Kingdom or Sweden or Germany, because they are stuck with old technology. We are leapfrogging, and we are going to new technology. We are going to GPS-based technology. So even if you are standing in the middle of the river Oti and you want your address, when we roll it out, you will know your address in the middle of the river Oti.
The project, which will cost the country $2.5 million, is expected to provide a unique address for every inch of the country. According to developers of the system, Vocacom, about 16.1 billion addresses are ready to be deployed.
These addresses will be addresses that will lead to your house or your workplace. So no more PO boxes leading to just post offices. These are leading directly to where you live. Now, for all of Ghana, we have codified the entire nation into a grid of 5 meters by 5 meters squared across the whole nation, every square inch of the nation. In total, we have generated 16.1 billion unique addresses and given each one of these 16.1 billion a digital address. So wherever you are, we have written the software to be able to find every space, every space in this country has been codified and addressed. And so it doesn't matter where you are, we will be able to find you. Now, because this is digital, that's why we are calling it digital, it has been integrated with the online space. And so when you give your address, people can actually use the application to find you.
The system is currently known as the Asase GPS and can be accessed as an app on your phone or via the Asase GPS web address. However, it will subsequently be operated by Ghana Post under the name Ghana Post GPS. The system is expected to change the business environment.
The benefits are enormous. I mean, to start off with, if you try to open a bank account, they have what they call the KYC. And what they do is they give you a piece of paper and they turn you into an architect where you start drawing where you live. I mean, it's here and then the runabout. Sometimes you get the cocoa cell and the blue kiosk things all coming in. This is very, very troubling, you know. And all I am interested in is to have a bank account. Why must I become an architect just so I can have a bank account? So immediately this problem goes away. Beyond that, Ghana Post, they are the biggest owners of this and they are the biggest users of this as well. Now, no more going to post office to post letter and receive letter at the post office. Your letters will come home. Imagine it. Ghana Post will come to you, put stuff to your house. When your letters are coming, the Ghana Postman is coming in and bringing them to your house. You know, imagine it. everything is coming to your house. It's unbelievable. The kind of transformation that this is bringing in, the kind of change that Ghana Post is bringing to the lives in Ghana is unbelievable.
For the non-tech savvy, there will be physical addresses on walls and buildings to help with identification. For the business community, though, the arrival of the digital addressing system is long overdue.
We are more than desperate for such a system. Like I said, it's affecting our bottom line. And if we have such a system in place, it's going to save us costs. It's very key. The cost component is very key because you realize fuel is very expensive. So if because you're getting wrong addresses and you are spending more on fuel, as a businessman, you would want to find a way to decrease your cost. So what do? You look for exact addressing system.
It will be so simple and so easy, like the advanced countries. When you just give them your card, your identification card. And now I'm told that they are also going to do the identification system that is coming is going to supersede all the ID cards that we have. And thus, immediately you put, for example, my name, Charlotte Bedu. It should be able to give you everything about me, whether I pay my electricity bill, whether I pay my water bill, whether I'm indebted to a company or not. All these things will come up. And it will really, really help us, even for the credit references. It will help in the credit delivery. Very, very, very much help in the credit delivery.
According to research, without a simple and robust open address data system, national economies suffer and development is seriously hindered. Ghana, as a developing nation, requires such as a foundation for effective service delivery to promote socio-economic development. So, in case you live in an area like this, how are you able to give direction to people? Often in Ghana, when you ask for direction, what you hear is go straight, take a right turn, take a left turn, there's a kiosk on your right, and a few meters from there, that is where my house is. But the question is, how many times are you able to locate these areas? Most often than not, you are unable to do so. However, with the upcoming digital addressing system, that is the Asase GPS or the Ghana Post GPS, when it's handed over to Ghana Post, this issue should be a thing of the past. By logging onto the app on your phone or typing onto the website, you can give a specific location for whoever needs to find you to come to you. Sometime in the past, we started with the street naming system, which failed along the way. However, we are hoping that this time around, the situation will be different. The success of which would actually improve upon services in this country, that's delivery services as well as banking services. Reporting for Joy Business, my name is Sheila Tamaklo.
All right, so that's it for AM Business today and indeed this week. Thanks, Sheila Tamaklo, for all those details. Stay with us. It's Ketsi EcoBank. We're back with AM Talk in a bit.